Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to Celtic Legacy Wrestling. I am the Bard, the Keeper of Scrolls, and the Teller of Tales. Today I have the honor of presenting to you CLW episode 32. On this episode, we have the Social Elite in a rematch against British Strong Style. Kaia McKenna will be facing Blair Onyx. Oba Femi will be taking on Sid. Where's the Party will be facing a debuting team of Lita and Victoria. The Shewolves will be facing the Brood. And we're going to hear from Drew McIntyre and Liv Morgan. Now let's get to the action. Welcome to CLW episode 32. We open with a tag team rematch from last week. Social Elite, Guinness, and Matthew Smyth versus British Strong Style, Charlie Dempsey and the British Bulldog. William Regal demanded he be the referee after the count out last week. He said his stablemates were treated unfairly. And speaking of unfairly, I'm not sure how fair it is that Regal is the referee in this match. He's not even wearing a ref shirt. He's out here in a suit. Guinness countering out of that guillotine by Dempsey. This is a non-title match. You have to wonder if Regal will be fair. I'm thinking he's not going to be. Dempsey maintaining control over Guinness. Tagging out to Bulldog, but Guinness also gets a tag to Smyth. Smyth and Bulldog now the legal men. Hey, he called a rope break. That was fair. Bulldog now taking it to both members of Social Elite. Smyth now in trouble in the corner. Bulldog stopping him. Similar to last week's matchup between these two, British Strong Style maintaining control of the match. Another tag, frequent tags by Strong Style. Working on Smith's leg, possibly hoping to keep him from going to the top rope for his finisher. Smith up with a Hurricanrana, a springboard moonsault. Double team punch to the gut by the Social Elite. Guinness in control of Dempsey. Going after Bulldog while he's at it. Seemed like a slow count by Regal. Well, Guinness was distracted by Bulldog. Dempsey was able to get back in there and attack him. Pin attempt. Seemed like a fair count. Guinness taking Dempsey out on the floor. returning back to the ring. Regal still counting Guinness, who's on the outside. Regal down for a count. 2. Seemed like a fairly fair count to me. Double team coming in by the Social Elite. Like that assisted drop kick. Pen attempt, but Bulldog's in. Smyth now in control, is up to the top rope. Dempsey was trying to go for a tag. Meteora from the top rope, going for a pin here. 2. Regal calls it fair. We now have Oba Femi versus Sid Justice. Oba won that Battle Royal last week to become the #1 contender for Finn Balor's Slancha Championship. Oba dominated. He eliminated 4 of the participants. The first one he eliminated was Sid. Sid was not happy and demanded this matchup. Sid now taking it to Oba. Oba will get his Slancha Championship matchup with Finn Balor at our next premium event, Edinburgh Rumble. Just a couple of shows away. Sid maintaining control of Oba. Maybe trying to show Oba that he should have been the winner. Pin attempt by Oba. 2 count. Oba is just a monster. It was so impressive in that Battle Royal last week. Our last episode. Going to the outside. Sid slips behind. Takes out Oba's knee. Sid's a former CLW champion. Oba yet to hold championship gold in CLW this season. Can he beat Finn Balor? Or for that matter, the Demon for the Slancha Championship. Back and forth between these two monsters. Sid with a big boot. Oba had nowhere to go. Nearly took his head off. Sid is tossing Oba around. I think he just got busted open as he went face first into the mat. Sid to the top with an elbow drop. Pin attempt. Not even a 2. Counter by Oba. Got Sid up. Just flinging Sid across the ring. Sid's not a small man. Waiting for Sid to get up. Bringing him in the hard way. Oba now in control. A huge spine buster. Stop to Sid. Tossing Sid again. Thought maybe he was going for a fall from grace. Oh, there it is. Fall from grace on Sid. Is that going to put Sid away? Oba wins. Time for the Celtic Championship match. Blair Onyx wanted a rematch last week. She said she wanted the matchup with Kaia. She is not going to fail Dawn. Dawn wants to be reinstated and she wants a matchup with the same stipulation. Challenged Kaia to name whatever stipulation for a match that she wanted. Kaia said she would let Blair know. But in the meantime, Kaia is giving Blair this rematch for the Celtic Championship. As we know, at Loch Ness Lockdown, Kaia escaped the cage, winning back the Celtic Championship from Blair. Blair taking control of the match. Blair maintaining control over Kaia. The knee to the face. Blair is insistent that she will not be a failure in her mission from Dawn to get her reinstated and to take out Kaia. Kaia does not want Dawn back in CLW. Blair just dominating at this point. These two are 1-1 in their singles matches. Blair took the title from Kaia. At Pay the Piper. And Kaia took her championship back at Loch Ness Lockdown. Rope break there as Kaia's taking control of the match. Setting Blair up for a submission here. Breaks the hold. Setting up Blair. Looks like that power bomb. Is this gonna do it? Kaia wins the match. Blair has lost it. Just took out the ref. Drew McIntyre's got something to say. He lost the CLW Championship to CM Punk in that Hell in a Cell 2 out of 3 falls match, and then attacked Punk on our last episode as they brawled. He said he wants his CLW Championship back, and unless Punk is a chicken, he'll come out here and challenge. Punk says, Drew, I'm not afraid of you. I've already beat you. Prior to that, you beat me. Seems like the only way to end this. He says, I know how to end this. You and I in an ambulance match. Punk says you're on. Edinburgh Rumble is going to be CM Punk defending the CLW Championship against Drew McIntyre in an ambulance match. New tag team debuting. A team of Victoria and Lita debuting in CLW against Where's the Party, Myla Grace and Session Moth Martina. These two veterans joining forces as they enter CLW, taking on the former women's tag champions. Where's the Party? Myla able to counter that, taking it to Victoria. Sending Victoria into her corner. Launching hammer fists, missing with that springboard moonsault. Victoria now in control of Session Moth. Session Moth taking Victoria down with a pin attempt. Not even a 1 count. Setting up in the corner, that stomp. Victoria's in trouble, favoring the knee. Session Moth setting Victoria up, sending her into her corner. Double team. Back body drop. Lita has yet to be in this match. Victoria makes a tag. Lita is now official. Myla Grace in there sketching Lita from the top rope. You think she would have been able to avoid that. 1 count. Lita now sent into the party's corner. Another double team with a punch to the gut. Session Moth now legal. Springboard moonsault. Usually Lita's the one doing the moonsaults. Another shot to the gut. Lita's in trouble now. As far this team of Lita and Victoria, not been that impressive. At least not against the former tag champ. Another double team by Where's the Party. Big back body drop. Lita with a drop kick. Lita sending Session Moth into her corner. Double team by Victoria Lita? I don't know. Yeah, that's a comp of the name, I guess. Victoria setting up Session Moth. That somersault leg drop, now tagging Lita back in. Lita taking the opportunity to knock Session Moth to the floor. Lita goes out, but is met by Session Moth with backstabber. Punch just took Lita out. kick from Session Moth, going for the pin. Victoria then breaking that up. Session Moth working the crowd and allowed Lita to tag Victoria, who just apparently splashed the mat. Satellite DDT taking Victoria out. Team of Victoria and Lita has not really been able to get much momentum going. Pin attempt. 2 count. Victoria able to counter that punch. Trying to see if she can get something going here. Power slam. Session Moth going for a tag and makes the tag. Myla Grace now in. Victoria catches Myla with a suplex. Choking now. Victoria looking to make a tag to Lita. Myla catches Lita coming in. Only a rope break. Myla. Seated clothesline taking out Lita. What little bit of momentum Victoria was able to get is already gone. Double kicks. Double kicks. Victoria in to break the pin. Lita able to counter Session Moth there. Take her into the corner with some chops. Running shoulder into the corner. Session Moth going after Victoria on the outside. Lita catching Session Moth, though she was distracted by Victoria. To a 6 count. Lita going to the top rope at 7. Beautiful cross body from the top rope to the floor. Like Lita and Victoria may finally have an upper hand in this match. Lita going for a pin. Only a 1 count. Session Moth with a punch. Countering Lita with a huge clothesline. Session Moth tagging in Myla. Clothesline to the back of Lita. Almost a 3. Victoria didn't even try to make the save there. Working on Lita's arm. Lita's up though. Caught by Myla and sent into the corner. Another double team. Double shoulder. Session Moth setting Lita up from the outside. Springboard kick. 2. Kick out. Again, Victoria did try to break that pin. Session Moth now in control. Double knees to the face. Second rope. Missing. Lita rolls out of the way. Back and forth. Rolling forearm by Session Moth, knocking Lita out. Kicks. Myla tagged in. Lita's in trouble. Another double team. See that? Launching hammer fist. Lita counters. Going for a pin. Only a 1 count. Lita trying to come back here. Looks like she's finally going to get a tag here. Victoria's now in. Victoria is setting Session Moth up. What she got in mind? A Widow's Peak. Myla breaks it up before a 1. Tag to Lita. Session Moth is out of it on the ropes. Twist of fate. 2. Only a 2 count. Seems like Victoria and Lita have got a firm upper hand right now. Lita going to the top. Could be that Lita salt. A Lita salt on Session Moth. Lita and Victoria win. Liv Morgan, microphone in hand, headed to the ring. Lost her championship a couple of episodes ago to Paige, the assistant from Succubus, and then last week she took out Succubus in their match. Liv says now that she took out the trash named Succubus, she wants a rematch for the CLW Women's Championship. She says Paige is a chicken and doesn't dare to defend the title against her, and she wants her title back. Time for our main event. The Shewolves, Kasey Owens and Leah Owens, versus Raven Creed, who's now apparently aligned herself with Succubus and Paige. Last week, Raven Creed had challenged the Shewolves, saying she wanted those tag championships still, and that she had a new partner. Kasey Owens came out and accepted the challenge. This is a non-title match because, you know, this new team hasn't proven themselves, right? But we see now, apparently her new partner is Succubus. Paige is at ringside. Liv Morgan just challenged Paige and she wouldn't come out to answer the challenge, but she's out here with her new stablemates, I guess. Right now the Shewolves are in control of Succubus. Paige up on the apron, removing that turnbuckle pad. That didn't help Succubus last week. Paige removed the turnbuckle and Liv sent Succubus into the exposed buckle. prior to getting the win. Do you think Paige would have to come up with something new there? Kasey Owens still in control of Succubus. Not even a 1 count though. Referee covered up that buckle. Launching hammer fist. Succubus rolling out of the ring. Lee with a moonsault from the top rope to the floor. We have yet to see Raven Creed in this match. Succubus getting control of Lee Owens. Sending Lee into her corner, and Raven hit her from behind. And finally a tag to Raven. Succubus is exhausted. Big punch by Raven. Springboard moonsault. Raven Creed has definitely been a major player in this season of CLW. How is this new combination of Raven and Succubus going to fare? Raven's last partner, Hannah Taylor, things did not go well for that team. They started out really well. They were a dominant team. They had 1 loss in a championship match, and Raven snapped, leading to that rivalry that's apparently now been resolved. Succubus tagged back in as Lee is in trouble. Going for his crossface here. Kasey's in, not even close with us. Kicking the ref instead. Guess that's one way to break it up. That should have been a disqualification. Turnbuckle pad has been removed again. Lee's still in trouble. Succubus to the top rope. But that was bad timing because Lee was able to get a tag to Kasey. Succubus going after both Lee Owens. Setting up. Big suplex. Could be going for a tag here. Raven's tag back in. Starting to see some continuity between this new team. Apparently this faction is calling themselves the Brood. Backstabber into that submission attempt. Too close to the rope, so Raven to the second rope. Big knee. Pin attempt. The ref was distracted with that turnbuckle pad. Again, Paige didn't help her team. Raven setting Kasey up. Kick. Kasey was up, but taken down with a knee. Kasey right back up, but Raven staying on her. Knees in the mid-region, stomping her. Big boot as Lee tried to grab Raven on her way by. 2 count. Kasey is in trouble. Powerbomb. And a knee. Kasey might be out. Set another knee. Kasey's brains must be scrambled at this point. Springboard moonsault. Raven headed to the top rope. Lee pushing her off. Lee has seen enough. Raven getting out of there. Succubus now legal. Going for a pin. The Brood wins. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk in an ambulance match at Edinburgh Rumble. Liv Morgan called out Paige, and Paige didn't respond. The Brood defeated the Shewolves, which should make them #1 contenders for the CLW Women's Tag Team Championship. You're not going to want to miss the stories yet to be told. So unless you're the Village Idiot, you should like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time.